to them. Coast Guard? Babe, I think my ship is better looking, though not as good looking as the redhead who's hiding behind that. He didn't even finish before that door flew open and Justin was in his arms. Eric returning the embrace, giving Justin kisses and both shedding tears. There was nothing really to say. They both knew. Oh, you guys are totally killing me here. I'm going to skip out and grab something to eat. Eric, it really is good to see you. I told you, Justin. Trust. Chance smiled as he walked out the door, leaving Eric with Justin. Both sitting on the couch, close, while holding hands, both recounted each other's accounts of what happened after they separated. Justin feeling bad for Devine. As terrible as he was, that still was no way to die. He wished he would have seen what he was doing was wrong. Guess not, as Eric did not feel the same way. At all. For his mind's sake, he left it at that. No more talk of him. He kept me from you. That right there is enough justification from me. Bad enough I have to speak with this Bergs, who is annoying, Eric said, leaning in for another kiss. After talking and catching up with Justin, it was time to talk with Mr. Persistent Bergs, who happened to be waiting for Eric in the hotel restaurant. Eric and Justin decided, would it be good to eat something? Why not with Bergs, who was not looking too impressed by Justin being seated across from him with Eric's help. I'm sorry, Captain. This meeting is confidential. I'm not allowed to discuss this with others, he said, through the stilts of his eyes. Really? Does he really want to go around with me after what we went through? Here we go. Before Eric could say anything, Justin piped up. Mr. Bergs, your mouth is going to get you into trouble. I suggest you sit and listen to our story, considering I was on the ship and went through things you don't want to, he said as Eric stepped closer to Justin with a hand squeezing his shoulder. We will talk after we eat. I'm hungry, as you can imagine, Eric said. Both ordering food, Eric going for a greasy burger with fries, answering all of Donald's questions. And Donald even seemed more comfortable now that the air had been cleared. Donald learned fast. Don't mess with the captain, or what was his. With the information he needed, he finished the conversation about the ship. The ship is dead in the water and slowly taking on water. The ship is salvageable and will be patched, drained, and righted before it's towed back to Nassau for a full retrofit. It will be at least a year before she will sail again, which means a vacation for you, fully paid, and when you return, and if you're still willing, the Coral will be waiting for its captain, Devine. Oh, Devine? Hoo-hoo, Donald said as he finished his plate. Whoops. What about Ashley? What happened to her? Justin asked. Eric now wants to know himself. He was more worried about Justin than what happened to that god-awful, fake, lying, no-good, evil woman. Miss Cromwell was arrested this morning after she filed the insurance claim against the ship, saying that when she left it, it had sunk. Some companies will issue an advancement, so when she went to the bank this morning to cash the check, it was voided, as it was finally reported, not as a total loss. She threw the biggest scene, and they had to call the police. She even tried running after, but didn't make it far, as the police were waiting for her to come out of a revolving door. As for the company, well, it looks as if though the lawsuits and refunds don't do us in. The tow and refit might. So we're hoping to change that. Change things up. Add another ship for the sailing year. With that, he closed his notebook, said his goodbyes, and told Eric he would be in touch with the details about his vacation. Probably to expect an email. Is this over? Like really over with? Justin asked as they started to walk out, as it seemed Donald took care of the bill. Well, wasn't that nice of him? Yes. So now, if you're still interested, and now that we're both here and safe and not facing death, I would like for you to join me this evening in my room, as I would love nothing more than to have you all to myself, finally. Talk, get to know each other, while you have some dessert I ordered for you. Eric beamed, as he knew this would earn him even more brownie points. Wait for it. Dessert? What kind of dessert? He asked, holding hands and both stepping off the elevator. Key lime cheesecake. I can send it back if you don't want it. I figured maybe you would want some, as the Starlight is closed at the moment, Eric said as they stopped in front of his door. Justin, looking at him, started to smile. You didn't need the cheesecake, Captain. You had me alone with you and all to myself. Don't be mistaken. I'll still take the cheesecake, he said, causing both to laugh as Eric slid his key card into the door handle, and they both walked in. That's it. That is chapter 10, folks. Thank you for following me through this journey. It's not done. Don't worry. So now I'm going to move on to my next series. Jack Jameson, my archaeologist and avid adventurer. So that's the next podcast, folks. We're going to move on. I'll announce more information before I start reading the chapters for everyone for that one as well. So pay attention to my Instagram, which is author.r.mason, or you can find me on Facebook at Ryland Mason. You can also go to rylandmason.com and find more information. Thank you so much, guys, and I'll see you on the next series.